You know, I mean, they won, but you know, these are both very close games. It's not like, you know, the bottom fell out of the ocean just because we lost this ball game. We had a game. You know, we lost our shot to win the game, obviously on a couple plays that, you know, down the stretch. But you know, we're okay. I mean, we're going to play all right. You know, what we have to do is get more physical with this team, and that's a hard thing to say. It's a physical basketball club, and I don't mean you know, physical in the sense of reacting to their physical nature, but just being able to play through a physical game without letting it affect our cuts, our activity level, what we like to do in our offense, so we keep motion going. You know, they're jamming up the cutters. We're not being, you know, we're not able to keep the movement going that facilitates our offense.
Phil, at this time of year, you know, with so little margin for error, what is the role for you in terms of your rotations and of loyalty, trust, and just familiarity with players and predictability, that kind of thing, what you're going to see on the floor?
I don't know. I don't know if I'll answer that question. I don't think it's necessary to answer it. You know, I don't think I have to explain myself on that. I think, you know, I'll just step by that one.
Build strategy on the road, like, you know, some people say go for the win on the road instead of the tie. You know, any other type of strategy, type of things that you play with differently on the road versus.
Well, you definitely know that you're going to have to play a little tighter game turnover-wise. You can't be quite as loose. You know, three-point shots. You know, can't get involved in a 20-some, 25 attempt three-point shot game. Those type of things you have to be pretty tight with it. But our spacing has to be better, and we have to dramatize our spacing in this game. And our activity level has to be better. Those are the two things offensively we have to do.
Phil, they won 16 straight on their home court. 10 of those 16 were against teams that didn't make the playoffs. And in your tenure here, knowing how tough Sacramento was to win up there, do you draw, or Utah, do you draw comparisons what Denver's doing right now to anything?
Yeah, they're really good on their home court, no doubt about it.
What were you thinking when you saw that one play where Chauncey Billups threw the ball off of Kobe's back? What did you say to Kobe afterwards about that?
You know, we didn't even discuss it. You know, I just said, you know, seeing the ball is a primary thing you do on defense. That's your primary requirement, your ball you man type of philosophy. So, you know, seeing the ball is really important. And, you know, I know his focus got, because it was tight in the quarter, in the half, the clock's down. You know, he's going to help with Carmelo, help Trevor with Carmelo.
Last question, guys.
Phil, do you remember?
George,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll take to it.
No, all right. Do you remember guys being affected by the altitude in Denver, or is that a non-factor?
Yeah, I think they're affected by it, but it's not a factor that's going to change the outcome of the game. You know, they've been here for 4 or 5 days. They're going to be affected too. I mean, the body just changes like that. I think in a period of 36 or 48 hours. So, you know.
George Karl made the observation that the 4 finalists are very close together. Do you subscribe to that?
In what terms are they close together?
You know.
Talent-wise?
Yeah, being as good as, you know.
They should be. I mean, if you have 30 teams, the final 4 teams should be pretty darn close together. I mean, otherwise, you know, you'd say that the talent level of this league there's not much parity in it. But yes, they're pretty talented teams.
Well, before the season, or mid-season, or even going into the postseason, everybody said that you guys were way out there, Cleveland was way out there, Orlando or Boston was way out there. They wouldn't have had Denver in there. Is Denver a true one of the 4? Are they?
Well, they're
right
here.
there with you?
They're certainly here, and you know, if they can play their style of game, they're very effective.